Australia Day message from the Governor-General, Sam Mostyn.
Hello. I'm filming this Australia Day message at Government House in Canberra on Ngunnawal land, where I pay my respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all First Nations people across the country. Now, all Australians know that we have started 2026 in challenging circumstances. On December 14, on Bondi Beach, the horrific anti-Semitic terrorist attack, which cruelly took 15 precious lives, sent shockwaves across our country and across the world. At a Jewish celebration of Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, at one of the most iconic Australian places of peace and happiness, our sense of safety was shattered. This was an attack on the Australian Jewish community and also on all Australians and our values and our way of life. I've been deeply struck by our country's ability to find light in the midst of potentially overwhelming darkness, whether in the words of the rabbis calling for unity and peace and kindness, or the stories of extraordinary heroism, or the immediate and generous response of so many. We have seen the very best of Australia. This is the light that cuts through darkness and which Australia has had to find many times across our history. It was evident again in the devastating fires, floods and cyclones right across the country, and they've wreaked havoc and destruction so ferociously. The immediate and selfless action of all first responders and volunteers and the communities themselves rallying to protect one another speaks to our national character and values. And we've seen it in the simple acts, like the tens of thousands of Australians who became blood donors for the very first time. And just as we saw so many Australians running towards danger at Bondi, we saw the same impulse across Victoria, Queensland and many other places so threatened by fire, flood and heat. I know some communities are still not out of danger, and many are experiencing these dramatic events only a few short years since earlier devastation. The work of recovery is underway, but so much has been lost. Homes, livestock, businesses and futures. We are already seeing that generosity of neighbours and of all Australians wanting to help. As your Governor-General, I have the immense privilege of seeing this light, this Australian character every day. Throughout 2025, I have visited every state and territory, meeting people and the organisations who make up the fabric of our nation. I met all of our Australians of the Year, including most recently the extraordinary Neil Danaher AO. I visited many communities still recovering from previous natural disasters, but also many where the stories of remarkable innovation and industry are uplifting and a reminder of our great success as a nation. It's also been a year of anniversaries for our country. The 50th anniversary of the arrival of the first Vietnamese refugees and the first Australian Honours and Awards list. The 110th anniversary of the Gallipoli landings, where the Anzacs leapt from boats onto history's page and set the example for all who have worn our nation's uniform since. And the 40th anniversary of the historic handback of Uluru to the Anangu, the traditional owners. Across Australia, I see up close the spirit of care and service everywhere. And in the year ahead, as healing remains a national priority, there's also much to look forward to. The Winter Olympics and Paralympics, the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in July, and we'll host the Women AFC Asia Cup in March. And our artists, writers, musicians, creatives and performers will all continue to reflect our great stories back to us and take them to the world. In searching for a message for this Australia Day during challenging times, I have looked for inspiration, and I found it in the words of former Governor-General Sir William Deane, who 25 years ago said Australia is a country of sharing, of mutual respect and acceptance, of concern for true equality, dignity, opportunity and hope for all Australians. He said Australians must walk together, talk together, care together and achieve together. In 2026, his message remains as relevant as ever. The overwhelming, compassionate community response to Bondi and the ever-present spirit of service and community when faced with disaster reaffirms what I've seen over the past 18 months. At the centre of Australian life, our social cohesion and resilience may have been severely tested, but it is not broken. It is alive, and in fact, it's being reinvigorated. We do have a truly significant national project of unity to commit to. We all need to focus on care, kindness and respect for each other. But I'm optimistic as I see those values as core Australian values, and I see them brought to life every day across the country. I want to wish you all a very happy Australia Day.